Alright, let's dive straight into the heart of reading. Forget the idea of reading as just sitting there, letting words wash over you like a gentle breeze. It's not passive. Think of it more like a conversation, a dynamic exchange between your mind and the author. You can't just sit back and absorb, you need to be actively involved. So, why do people think reading is just passive? Like, the author throws out some words, and boom, you get it. It's like thinking you're just waiting for a package to arrive. Nope. The real comparison is baseball. The author is the pitcher, throwing the ball, the message, the story, the idea. You, the reader, are the catcher. You're not just passively waiting for the ball to hit you, you're actively catching it, interpreting it, understanding its trajectory. It's a dynamic, active process, not passive reception. The book itself is the ball, inert until you, the active player, engage with it. Let's break it down. Passive reading is like skimming headlines, maybe grabbing a few facts. You're absorbing information, yes, but you're not really digging into the why or how. It's like listening to a lecture and just nodding along, without thinking critically. Active reading is different. It's when you question the author, analyze their arguments, connect ideas to what you already know. It's about wrestling with the text, challenging it, and building your own understanding. Think of it like this. Passive reading is like watching a movie on autopilot, while active reading is like being a detective, piecing together clues from the text. Our goal? To move from passive skimming to active, engaged reading. Now, why do we read? Sometimes, it's purely for information. You pick up a newspaper, a quick news article, or maybe a how-to guide. You want to know what happened, or how to do something. You get the facts, the data. But there's another, more powerful reason, reading for understanding. This is where the real magic happens. It's about grappling with complex ideas, seeing connections, challenging your own assumptions, and ultimately growing your mind. It's not just about knowing what the book says, but understanding why it matters, how it fits into the bigger picture. This book is laser focused on the second goal, reading to truly understand, not just skim the surface. Let's clarify this difference. Reading for information is like confirming a fact. You already know the basics of climate change, and you read an article that adds a few more statistics. You get more data, but your core understanding doesn't fundamentally shift. It's like adding a new data point to a graph you already understand. But reading for understanding is like encountering a completely new theory of physics. It forces you to rethink your existing worldview, to challenge your assumptions, and to build a new framework of understanding. It's the difference between knowing that something is true and understanding why it's true. It's the difference between remembering facts and truly grasping concepts. So, reading is fundamentally a form of learning. It's not just sitting there, it's a process of absorbing knowledge and developing understanding. Think about it, you learn to ride a bike, you learn to cook, you learn new skills. Reading is another way you learn. It's guided learning, guided by the author, the text, the structure of the argument. It's not just about memorizing facts, though. True learning through reading involves both memory and comprehension. You need to remember the key points, the author's arguments, the evidence presented. But more importantly, you need to understand the relationships between these points, the implications, the overall meaning. It's about moving from simple recall to deep comprehension. We often talk about learning through guided learning versus self-discovery learning. Guided learning is like having a teacher, a coach, or in this case, a book. The book guides you through the material, provides structure, and offers explanations. It's like learning a musical instrument with a teacher who shows you the chords and helps you practice. Self-discovery learning is more like exploring the world on your own, figuring things out through trial and error, observation, or research. It's like learning a new language by immersing yourself in a country where you don't speak the language. Now, here's the crucial point. Both types of learning require active engagement. You can't just passively receive information in either case. Whether you're following a teacher or exploring on your own, you have to think, analyze, and apply yourself to truly learn. Think about reading a book. It's like having a teacher, but one who's not physically present. They wrote the book, but they're not there to explain things directly. When you hit a confusing passage, you can't just raise your hand and ask. You have to figure it out yourself. You have to ask questions, look up terms, reread sections, connect ideas. It's a dialogue with the text, even if the author is silent. This forces you to be active, to think critically, and to rely on your own intellectual abilities. It's a fantastic exercise in self-reliance. Unlike a classroom where you might lean on others, reading a challenging book pushes you to be your own guide and your own teacher. So, why bother with all this effort? Why dedicate time to mastering these reading techniques? Because books are incredible resources. They contain vast amounts of knowledge, diverse perspectives, and centuries of human thought. Reading isn't just about getting information, it's about cultivating critical thinking, expanding your intellectual horizons, and fostering personal growth. It's a lifelong skill that empowers you to learn, to understand, and to engage with the world around you more deeply. It's about unlocking the potential of your own mind, guided by the wisdom of others. So, remember, reading isn't just a passive activity. It's a dynamic, vital process. It demands your active engagement, your critical thinking, and your genuine desire to understand. By mastering these skills, you unlock a vast world of knowledge, insight, and personal growth. Keep reading, keep thinking, and keep learning.